Viper's ability to hold a site is so powerful on bind, and it becomes really difficult to retake some of these sites as Vipers puts down that pit.
Well, these are the operators that we got locked in. No surprises to see Sages across the map, Cyphers across the map. The only difference is being the Viper is being used on defense, like we said here. It looks like there is a stack up towards B. And already we open up. Oh my word. Shots coming out left, right, and center. Huge offensive play. And Prodigy already getting taken down by fish123 here.
Yeah, fish123 doing it. Actually, I think that's the wrong way around because it's Soulcast, the last remaining player who is on Fish. We saw Scream and those guys picking up a lot of kills early on. So I believe our overlay at the top is the wrong way around as we switch it over. And Soulcast now is going to look to try and get onto A. Yep. It's pretty difficult to take this site by yourself. Only one player there actually defending right now. This is where I thought Ender would come in, but perhaps that's a little bit of a not being used to casting together coming out like there. Soulcast will get the kill. 3 kill for him on this round. Gets the spike down and now has multiple angles to watch. You can see one coming through A short, one coming through A link as well. And with the Aldrone coming out, they know most of these spots are open. They know Cubby's free, so we're going to see that player from short push up pretty soon. Soulcast trying to hold him in bathrooms, but assuming this peek is done well from Prodigy, should be a pretty easy retake. Soulcast still trying to hold the angle as now they get on towards the site. And they're starting to defuse. Here come the paint shells. One's going to come out. Soulcast gets his 4th kill of the round. And there's the nade coming out for the 5th. It's an ace for Soulcast in the hole.
Soulcast absolutely monstered right there at the end. He peeked into bathrooms right there, and it seemed like Prodigy actually thought he was maybe in U-Haul or something. They were throwing a lot of utility in there, trying to scout out with the Sova, but he held the nice angle there, dropped the nade as well to make sure they couldn't get through the plant, and really clutched up.
Yeah, I think that was a really heads-up play from Soulcast there. Obviously, it was a complete murder alley down near B short, and coming out of Hooker, we just saw people dying left, right, and center. But a really lovely little rotation and hold in baths gives that initial round over to fish123. Actually, just speaking of these two teams, obviously Prodigy are laced with really high-tier experience. Fish123, they're a couple of lads from the UK scene, so I'm really expecting big things from Fish, given how much they were hyped up by Blank, and they're already off to a good start in this game.
You can see that
push here though
paint
from Prodigy coming all the way around.
It's going to be very difficult for Ice Paper Hands to actually be able to hold on, and Scream takes the kill. Prodigy with 3 players left on an eco, of course, so any kills they get here are great for them. Cryptic's going to pick up one with the Spectre as Shaco goes down. Cryptic's now able to hold the site with that cage, but Scream coming in from the side gets Link. And now it's a 2v3. The plant is down. We'll see if Mixor can land some of these shots. Picked himself up a Bulldog and might just want to save this. Keep those guns in the economy as the Spectre here on Scream. He's going to push up. He loves to try and take these duels. He loves to try and take these battles when he can. Trapwire's going to reveal Mixwell down here on long, but he still lands the shot. Soulcast unable to find the winning ways he had in the first round, but the save will now come out. So it's going to be 2-0, but a great econ round there for Prodigy, picking up 3 kills.
Yeah, so Prodigy have actually gone super aggressive at the start of both rounds now. Round 1, of course, you saw them pushing out of B, both short and long there, and getting a couple of quick kills. And then on the eco, they also do that long push out of A. They just didn't run into anyone. So on that deep flank, they're able to catch a couple members of fish123 rather, off guard, and that netted them a couple of guns right there, and able to sort of disrupt now some of the buys of fish123.
But off to a good start, fish123 here, and like you said, we expected them to win. I mean, most people expect to win if you win the pistol round to take that second one pretty easily. They managed to follow up, but a couple of good saves from Prodigy do mean they have the resources to work with this time round, and it looks like there's a bit of hanging around A short here for fish123. As you'd expect, it's a pretty solid location. Loads of smoke, sky smokes come down. Firebolt going to come through just to drone out and see what they can find. No major pushes coming out, though. Very slow from fish123 so far, but they are going to now make their way through A short. The smokes are there. A couple of shots landing, and I think fish123, or rather Prodigy, are aware that this is an A push now. We're seeing some rotation come out from B.
It's actually a really common execute that we see on A here. You put the smokes down, then you get the wall down. Makes it really difficult because you can plant behind that wall, and that's exactly what fish123 have done. And now Scream's going to have to try and get through this wall. They break it down with the bullets. They're looking to push forward. Recon Dark going to spot out a lot who are all hiding around lamps. Dafan's already picked up one. Now they're going to step on into those lamps. They've locked them into this hole. And it's becoming a killing field for them. Fish123 lose two. They still M's got a kill. Echoes gets one for himself. The rocket's going to come out. Soulcast picks up Mixwell, and now it's 2v3 as Prodigy look for the defuse. The paint shells are going to be used as well, but it's all on Soulcast. He's done it from this position before. He gets another, puts down the satchel, but that hits the wall. He gets another, and now he get a third.
Oh, yes!
Soulcast. Holy hell, what have they been feeding this guy? He's ate his Weetabix this morning, and he is popping off against Prodigy.
All this guy knows how to do is clutch right there. He's got 9 kills, and they came from a 5-kill round and a 4-kill right there. Excellent work from him again on this raise, and it looks like their backs were against the wall, right? They were all sort of bundled up there on a short. Took a lot of damage falling down, but played well behind that ice wall there from the Sage to be able to turn it around for 2 quick kills.
And now we'll see Prodigy
3-0.
Oh, you take it, Excoundrel. You go, man.
Sorry, I know there's a slight second delay on VMix, so obviously sometimes me and Medic are like, this is our time to talk, and then we jump in at the same time. Yeah, fish123 off to 3-0 start right now, and it really has been on the back of that man's Soulcast. He's looked incredibly good. That clutch right there on both the pistol round and the third round. I mean, this is a guy who's really stepping up to the plate, and Prodigy, they do need to find their way back in somewhere here, because their economy is going to take a hit every single time. You can see they're just working off pistols and sheriffs right now, so it's another rough round for Prodigy to have to defend here.
It's going to be really difficult for Prodigy. You expect to lose these rounds, really. All you're trying to do is get rid of some of these guns if you can. Echo's going to step forward here through Hookah. 3 players here. And Soulcast picking up a couple of kills down there on B long, and now they're going to be able to push onto the site. Shoko trying to get the shots in from the side, but Echoes will take him out with the wall bang. And now Dafan trying to rotate across. Link's going to block off elbow. They're going to get the plant down once again, and Mixwell is able to take out Echoes there. Gets the second as Ice Paper Hands falls as well. And now it's a 1v1 situation. This could be a really good round for Prodigy if Mixwell can find this final shot. The spike is yet to be planted, and he gets the head. Mixwell clutching it out for Prodigy.
Yeah, really nice stuff right there, you know, on a bit of a save round by Prodigy, able to come in towards the end and got that kill out of Hookah, right? If he is not able to eliminate that guy right off the bat, it's way too easy for them to plant the bomb, play off site. He's never going to be able to get in there, but with the guy trying to catch him on the rotation through halls, he just had the better gun.
All right, well, that was a big round for Prodigy because they needed it. They were on a bit of an eco. Obviously, picking up some guns from the bodies did definitely help, and Mixwell had a huge win there because this has essentially reset the playing field, and you can see the guns that fish123 are working with right now, they are not fully equipped across the board. They're changing things up, though, heading up towards B long. It looks like they're going to look for a push through B short into Hooker. We'll see if they can make this happen. It is a change of strategy this time round, but 3 on B for Prodigy. They've got 3 people, 2 defending window and Hooker. And here comes the ultimate. Defran trying to pick off people.
I love this from
connects, although he picks up one.
I love it so much. You out-drone through the teleporter, and then you're so easy to land your ult. Here comes the Brimstone ult. The Rolling Thunder's being used on B as they try and push on towards the site, but Shaco is still holding that Hooker, and King Mezzi's going to take down 2 already. Screaming now, spamming through the smoke, spamming through the cage to try and see if there's anyone still sitting down there, and the step comes out, but Cryptix is going to fall, and Screamy's looking for more. Ice Paper Hands will take down 1, but Shaco will respond, and that is the second round of this half of Prodigy.
All right, things are working out for Prodigy. That's the second round in the row. They have 3 stacked on B. Of course, last time they didn't really have proper guns at the start, so they had to give up the site very quickly. But as you can see there with the Aldron through, like you pointed out, Medic, it's super easy to hold off that short angle whenever you do have that ultimate ready. And now Prodigy have 4 more ults ready to go going into this round, so it's going to be really hard for Fish to actually approach into these sites.
That goes there.
Long range. Mounting a comeback here, though, Medic. They're finding some of these rounds when they needed it most. fish123 off to a really good start, but now just starting to waver a little. This is a good round for them, though, although Mixwell picks up a brilliant kill onto Soulcast to kick things off. Screamy takes the second, and Defran picks up another. fish123 out of water and dead in this round. as Prodigy have a huge man advantage as they get yet another 2 kills.
They're out of water. They're flopping around on the shore. They can't do anything about it, Excoundrel. Fish have lost as many rounds in this first 6 as they did through the rest of the tournament. Prodigy finally putting them to the task and actually trying to make fish123 really work for these rounds.
Yeah, now Fish should be able to come in with a strong buy. You see, Ice Paper Hands has himself an operator here as well. I'm curious where he actually perches up with that one. I'm trying to find him. He's going to look down the B showers angle. Not able to find that first hit, though, I don't think.
We'll see. Looking for it, as you say, he misses the shot. You might be slightly ahead of us there,
I can see the future!
I wonder perhaps if someone's in the spectator cam. But yeah,
I was trying to figure out where it was, but I forgot about the delay.
Yeah, well, it's fine. It's fine. He was peeking down Barts. Currently, two players holding Barts here for Prodigy. They do still have 4 of those ultimates, as you said, so Fish taking this one a lot slower. Still a minute left on the clock, and the Aldrone comes out from Defran just to look down A short, see if anyone's stepping forward.
And you can see, again, like you said, Medic, Spike currently down center. They are looking for A short right now. Doesn't look like they're rotating anywhere else. And you can see they are now pushing up with that wall. And use the Hellfire just to try and clean out A short. Anyone from Prodigy that is potentially around lamps. Although there is a big push from Fish, and they already get taken down. As you can see, Screaming on the top of the wall takes the first kill, first blood for Prodigy here. And it looks like Fish are going to respond. Link picks up his first of this round, and here comes Shakira. He's looking for the huge rocket, but can't find anything with it. And you can see Fish just trying to push on the back of this wall, Medic.
Yeah, Prodigy still got 3 players left. One's about to step through Lamps, actually find the back of the head. Shaco able to take down Link and then spamming it through the wall as the tempo comes down. That's the spike. Gets taken out by Soulcast, and now Soulcast can pick up that spike. Looking to try and get the plant down, but there are 2 players sitting in halls, and he's only got 4 HP to play with. Gonna jump forward. That's a lot of noise that he's just made. Pops up the satchel to try and stop anyone from coming forward. But one looks to go through elbow. Actually, both just straight through horse. Spams through with the recon dart coming out. It's an easy enough shot for Defran to hit.
Honestly, that was just such a great defense there from Prodigy. You actually saw Scream's wall to boost over that other Sage wall, and because of all the smokes and the noise that was being made, I'm not sure if they actually knew what was happening to them. Right there was Fish. That was a really good setup here, and gonna make them think twice, I think, about going for that, you know, pretty standard Sage wall on A short play to try and get that early plant in the future.
But did you see how Scream set up for that Sage wall? Because you could see his wall actually blocked off the entrance to bathroom, so anyone coming through there wouldn't be able to get in, but also allowed him to step on over to the attacking side's wall. So it actually gave him such an easy way to get those first kills on A short and really stop the advance of Fish.
Well, speaking of advance of Fish, it is a B short, B long split for these guys. Going to try and push through Hooker, and again, that rotating, flexible defense coming out for Prodigy, but they may not be able to deal with this heavy push now coming in through windows. Cypher Trap will buy a bit of time. It will slow down that advance. It will allow the rotate to happen as they get their first kill. Oh, Shakira, he's having a great game so far. Picks up another 2. Difficult to deal with this man as he finds his triple. King Meza will pick up the last 2. And that will be a flawless round for Prodigy, now 5-3.
And honestly, Fish are going to have to figure out some way to deal with these aggressive peaks on the angles here coming out from Prodigy, because it's happening on A side, it's happening on B side now, where you have a couple players that feel super confident to be able to swing wide and hit you right there. So Fish need to be able to have like a buddy system going or something so that they can at the very least trade kills right there, because as soon as that Raze goes down B long, gets the first kill, and there's no one there to trade, it just becomes a super easy round for them.
Fish have been struggling these last few rounds. Remember, it was 3-3. Prodigy now taking the next 2. Ice Paper Hands going to try and op down A short here, looking to see if anyone's sitting around lamps, or U-Haul as some people know it, but no one's spotting there. Mixwell's opping himself over towards Barts, but the angle is being held there by a Fish player. Can't tell you who exactly it is. Ice Paper Hands slowed up, and this is what we expect to see, you know, from slightly higher level Valorant. It's just slow, right? You wait to see if anyone peeks, and if you can get an entry frag, then you can really go for a site. But right now, Shaco's going to look to push forward, gets the satchel out, oh, that was a superb combination of trapped wire alongside the satchel, and Seiko just takes out 2. Defran will kill Ice Paper Hands and looks for another as he gets the head. Cryptix falls, and this is demolition from Prodigy right now.
I mean, it's just the teamwork coming through from them, right? It's so good.
inside. Math, he will not find anything more than a single pickup here. Link will go down. Prodigy 6 and 3, and that man Shaco, he is the man to watch for Prodigy. Defran following up too. Both of them having really, really good performances in this semi-final.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's hard not to look at those players and say they're absolutely popping off. But one of the small things that I really like Prodigy have been doing, you know, we talked about Scream a couple rounds ago, how he was able to find that really sweet wall. But now he's sort of playing as like the first rotator between these sites. He was hanging out around CT or around the defender spawn right there to make sure he could be able to get towards his teammates very quickly. As soon as he hears noise, he's ready to move. Oh no.
Oh, Shaco just slams the rocket down. He'll find that opening kill. Little bit of HP traded back, but again, that entry frag is sometimes so important, just getting a number advantage on the map. And you can see now, again, fish123 trying to make that move through Hooker. They're not going to commit though. Going to head back down towards center and pick up that spike and maybe look for a rotate to A. I think that's the play. Maybe trying to bait them that they're moving in through Hooker and trying to make a play down to A short right now. As you can see, not working with much gear right now. The Sage slow will come down. Defran is also going to pick up some information using that drone. Fish, again, looking for their opening, but honestly, Prodigy have just got everything locked up right now.
Yeah, it's so difficult for Fish to do anything. Mixwell's going to take one, take two, Link falls. And now they try and aggressively push up A short. Ice Paper Hands will take down one himself. Mixwell gets his third of the round. Now looking for a final op shot. And Screamy will take it instead. So this is actually just so one-sided now. I know that was an eco round, but 7-3. Really, Fish needs to be picking up the next 2 rounds to come out of this half feeling at least semi-confident to take it into defensive side.
Yeah, I mean, Fish are just losing the gunfights right now, or the rocket launcher fights too. That one didn't go up for them in the last round either. And now, like, when you know that Mixwell is going to be rocking the op, likely over towards that A site, they've got to figure out some way to deal with that too. You know, they've got a Brimstone, so maybe they can try to, you know, smoke out A heaven if they want to make a play there. But it seems like the goal for them is going to be to split up towards the start of this one and look for some picks. There you go.
Ooh, Ice Paper Hands. He finds that pick onto Mixwell. And now they're going to utilize that. They're going to ult in on the end of Bass, try and open up A where they can. Still, the wall is in the way right now. Mixwell gets rezzed as well, so they bring that that ability into the play, and they're going to level up the playing field. 5-5 still on the board for Prodigy.
You can see Fish trying to stop that res from happening. You know, pull down the orbital strike, chuck the molly in there as well, but couldn't quite get the positioning to really stop Prodigy from able to do much. Now we're going to see a quick move up through B short here into Hooker. They're putting the smokes down, looking to try and take the site, but they've already rotated one across. King Mezzi trying to do what he can, sitting here in Hooker. He gets him before the rocket even gets out, and that's not what you want to see. Soulcat's going to fall. Echoes goes down as well. Ice Paper Hands able to get one in response, but now it's so difficult to take the site. Someone holding just underneath Hooker. And Link will get onto the site. Screamy opening up, takes 2. Defran trying to land the long-range Legolas shots. Hits 1 onto Ice Paper Hands, so that's only 70 HP left for this Brimstone to play with. And the spike is nowhere near him. He's got to get on the site, misses the shot with the op. He picks up a Phantom to try and win these short-range trades. Starts to plant the spike. Oh, 6 HP. 6 HP because of that shock bolt.
Oh, he walked into
Going
it.
for it.
And now he's
walking
into
for it, and he's going to get
players.
pincered. One Mixwell hits the Sheriff.
Oh, you hate to see that right there. He's obviously going to go for the play right as we go into the final round of the half here, so no real purpose in saving a gun right there, and couldn't teleport either, because when you know the enemy is going to be in halls right there, even if you TP, they're going to hear it, they're going to be able to rotate over to A site very quickly. So it was either plant the bomb and risk getting flanked from elbow, or walk into 2 players. It was a pretty much unwinnable situation.
I mean, I look at the economy and I say, you say no real purpose saving a gun, but he's currently sitting on a Spectre. And perhaps having a Phantom, having your whole team like outfitted with ARs this round could have helped, right? Maybe you thought you could win the 1v2, maybe there's a little bit of tilt. Yeah. Oh, having an op would be great as well. Yeah, 100%.
Exactly. Maybe having the operator would have been better as well. I mean, 1v2 on 70 HP, you're probably unlikely to win that. The triple smokes come down. They're looking for that wall play on A. It looks like the push is going to be coming through from fish123. I think that's where the previous where they found success. A, I don't even think they found success on B side this game, maybe 1 or 2 plants, but a lot of the success they have found has been making a play through A short. Although, to be completely honest with you, most of their success came in the first 2 rounds of the game where they won the pistol round. So beyond that, it has been hard for fish123 in this series.
They
Yeah,
find
you can
success
also
if
see,
Soulcast
right,
gets 4 or more kills most of the time.
Sure. Yeah, that'll be a good one. I was gonna say, like, the Sage Walls have also been super good, right? You know, being able to boost just a pixel above all the smokes coming onto A. So now, Fish are gonna be rotating over towards B, and with some early rotations by Prodigy off-site, they might have a good window to break in.
Yeah, first kill comes down as Shaco's going to fall, and they're looking to push forward here. Soulcast was spotted by a trap wire. They have the stim beacon down as well, and here we go through the TP, looking to go back across towards A, trying to bring Prodigy around the map. They're going to go through bathrooms. Mixwell gets a kill on Echo, so now it's a 4v4. The wall comes up to try and block Mixwell off. There's a tiny gap there for him to spot through, but I don't think anyone's going to step that way. We'll see as they step forward into the plant. Plant comes down, and he steps right in front of him. He can't quite hit the shot. Mixwell misses with the op, and now that wall's going to get broken by the team that put it down. Sova on the map, on the site as well. They managed to spot out one with a recon arrow. Two going to step forward into lamps. Can't quite find their opponents yet. That spike is still down, and here come King Mezzy and Defran trying to get in towards lamps. But the hold is on here from Link. Hits one straight onto Screamy. Defran's going to fall as well. King Mezzy picks up Ice Paper Hands. And now they're looking for a little bit more of a fight. It's only Mixwell left alive, and he gets headshot. 4th round of the half, and a good way to end fish123.
Yeah, well done there by Fish. Finally starting to dance a bit on Prodigy as they faked him out towards B, jumped through the teleporter, and then used the wall after losing that initial gunfight up against the operator. They dropped down the wall so they could actually breach onto the site, and that was huge for them because otherwise they get bottlenecked up in Bass. They're not going to be able to go anywhere. It gives time for the rest of Prodigy to go ahead and rotate on over. And now they've got the chance on defense. So they were able to pick up 4 on attack, which isn't terrible here for them. And I'm curious to see how they end up going for their default here, rocking the Rays, of course. Actually, it's the exact same. No, it's a different comp. There's a Viper on the other side. I was like, I thought the Rays was the one this year, but no, I'm trolling. You've got a Brim instead of a Viper. Calm down.
I think this is really important win. 1-2-3 just picked up, like you said, though, Medic. They needed that win before the half because it sets the defensive playing field a bit better for them. They did well in the pistol round previously. If they can maintain that same defense and pick up a win here, they can probably get 2 on the trot. And then even just mentally, that brings the scoreline to 8-6. You know, if you can win the first pistol round and get the round after that, 8-6 is better to work with than 10-4, for instance. And you can already see opening up a big push onto B here. Only 1 on the defense for fish123, and Prodigy have already opened up the site. No defense. A full rotation will have to come out from the fish123 members, but it is a 5 versus 3 on the pistol round. You would have to have some insane clicking on heads going on.
They're gonna get
and
flanked.
I think Shaiko's already got the angle coming in.
Just got a satchel kill. Oh, that's disgusting. They step up through holes, but they can't do anything about it. 1 kill for 5. The spike goes down, and Prodigy off to winning ways in this half.
Yeah, the right-click pistols, pretty sweet on the base right there, too. One other thing that didn't actually end up coming into a lot of play in that round, but something we're going to look out for, is Mixel played a really lurky style there, waiting over on A, even though his team was committing towards B, and this is something I love, because a lot of times people will try to use those teleporters for a quick A to B rotation on the defense side of things. So when you're actually attacking, if you have someone lurking, ready to filter in right behind him, you can instantly shut that down and also protect your back.
I thought we were going to see a long flank through defensive spawn and just get them in the back of the head as they try and push up through halls. Didn't happen. All of the kills already happened before they even got there. And now it's a Spectre push coming out on this A's site. They're looking for those shots as the Breach tries to slow them up. They've ward off lamps, and here comes the Satchel to try and jump over it. Shaco trying to step forward, but Scream's already picked up 2. And there's only 1 player left near the site, sitting in bathroom. About to step out. King Mezzy could be in for a couple of shots as Ice Paper Hands takes down 1, but King Mezzy's able to answer it in response. Both of the other players going up towards heaven. Shaco will be watching the angle here as there's only 1 left alive. Mixwell takes them both down, and this is becoming a demolition from Prodigy.
Yeah, it's to be expected after losing that pistol round right there from them, but Fish are going to have to turn on the heat if they want to stay alive in this one, because it's going to be hard to come back from after losing that pistol early on. If you lose this round, right, your economy is going to be shattered again, so it's very likely you go to match point before you can get a full buy off.
Yeah, and that would be devastating because the pressure then really, really sits on them. Even then, second-guessing the angles they're holding, second-guessing the pushes coming out. But what we've seen primarily, at least from the first 2 rounds, has been super aggressive, you know, all-in pushes, which you expect from the pistol round. Probably a lot of the times you expect that with the following round as well. This time we're going to see a bit more split coming out from Prodigy, just looking for the opening rather than just forcing it down A short or forcing it down hooker. You can see Mixwell will get locked up here by Breach, but we'll back out of Baths, just trying to not get caught up here. But it looks like a slow push through hooker coming out. They've left a spike near spawn, maybe just waiting to bounce back and find an opening. You can see they're just trying to get a couple of potential wall bangs.
I think they're trying to shoot where a cam would be through the wall.
Where a camera could be, right? Yeah.
You put it a cam or a trapwire, you know. I know, not a trapwire, just a camera. Yeah, that's the only thing that could sit up there. Otherwise, that's a very interesting place to shoot. Maybe they just didn't like that position on the wall itself. Spike is currently sitting in B long. The rotation is coming out from one player on the defensive side. And here comes the recon dart. They're looking to see if they can spot anyone out. Cypher Cage is going to get used as well. They've been slowed up here in hooker. And kills start to happen as Cryptic takes down Mixwell, but Shaker's able to answer one in response. Now everyone's out on the side, but Eccles has a great flank position. Able to take down two, and now it could be a defensively sided map, but Soulcast reaching for a satchel instead of for his gun. Bullets are better than bombs to kill people, I find, in this sort of game. The spike goes down as King Mezzi's now going to put a trapwire across. Ice Paper Hands going to take it out, looking for the op shots as King Mezzi's just trying to hold that angle. He steps forward, Ice Paper Hands, with cool as a cucumber trigger finger there, taking down one Scream. He's looking for the flank as he comes through halls. Both of the players are on the site. Does have a Phantom that I believe he's picked up this round.
This is a good move.
Really good flank position.
Oh, they don't know he's here. They don't know he's here.
No, and they don't know right now as Screamy hits both the heads. Lincoln Ice Paper Hands walk into his crosshairs. A great clutch there from Scream.
Oh no, that should have been the round that Fish could win right there. The bomb was planted inside the tube, so it was really tough position to retake right there if it was going to be from elbow or from B long. But the fact that he was able to find that rotation in, Fish didn't have someone watching the behind there. They were not concerned about that one at all, and turns into a big clutch. And now with 11 rounds on towards Prodigy, like, these guys have to just try and force buy their way up.
Oh, this is grim. This is really grim for Fish, because as you said, like, now they're force buying as well. So if they don't win this round, even when we get to match point, it looks pretty dunzo for Fish at this point in time. Prodigy are just flexing their muscles, and Fish really have not had the competition to deal with. Mixwell picks up the opening onto Ekis, who goes down. Unfortunately, that's the operator shot for you, and now it really does look like Prodigy are in the driving seat.
It's frozen for me. So
and that driving seat looks like a black screen, my friend. That driving seat is a black screen.
I didn't realize there was an omen in the game.
Okay, excellent. And we're frozen again. Hey, here's the great thing, guys, is I'm actually in the game, so I can sort of tell you guys what's going on. Right now, Prodigy are already on the site. It's a 3v3 situation, but Mixwell just keeps landing his op shots. Like, it's just a little bit unfair for these guys. You guys still can't see anything, so I'll bring you updates. Mixwell just landed a third op shot. It's just not fair.
Hey, Link
hit him with the revolver. Look at that. All right, we're back into it already.
We're back. Okay, Soulcast. Mixwell hits another, baby. That's the fourth. Oh, Link
is going to get one in response.
It's Link with the Sheriff, though, versus the world. The plant is down. He needs to find his angles, and he can't. King Mezzi immediately headshots, and that is now match point with no eco with Fish to work with. This is going to be a very grim round. Prodigy surely shoe in for the finals.
Yeah, so the good news for Fish, at least, is they can get some buys in. They're going to be, you know, one AK, a couple of Phantoms, an op, and then one Bulldog. So Eccles is the only person really feeling it, although I think a couple people are going to be on light armor here. Yeah, Eccles is on light armor, but the rest actually have full, so not too bad for them.
We had a debate earlier about playing into Vandals, how much light armor you should have, right? Like, because playing into a Vandal, should you have heavy armor? That's the question, right? You're going to get a headshot anyway. You're going to die to a headshot. Just take light armor, save yourself some money.
The thing is, they're against two Phantoms, so having light armor means it's a one-tap head.
That's true. That is true. Shaco here is going to push up pretty quickly. Takes down the camera on the site. As, the spike is sitting in B long right now. Step forward. We can dart coming out as they look for the shot with the showstopper, but even jumping up, he's going to be able to land it across the container. The recon dart into showstopper combination is beautiful as Scream takes down Link. Sage on Sage action for you. The site is well and truly under Prodigy's control. Ice Paper Hands, though, with the orbital strike, will take down two and gets one with the op as well. Now it's a 2v2 situation. The spike is yet to be planted. One's pushing up through B short. One is sitting in halls. Ice Paper Hands looking for those shots. Mixwell, though, is going to take him out. Eccles taking his time. Eccles. Gets him in the end. He was just taking as long as he could. As long as he could. Wanted all the information he could get before he got onto the site, and he hits the spray. King Mezzi will fall, and the round will go over to fish123.
We've seen a couple of those, right? Where you're able to come in on the flank against an offer who's, you know, all the way scoped on in. They're not going to be able to see you coming around. So I like the style points there for Eccles, who's able to keep his team in the tournament for the time being. But now the big challenge comes when you have to win 7 more of those in a row, and that's going to be fairly difficult for them.
7 more in a row. You're absolutely correct, Ender. It's going to be a long road for fish123. He can do maths. It's going to be a long road for fish123 to get back into this game, but it is one step at a time. I've seen stranger things happen. We saw earlier the matchup between, I think it was, I'm going to quickly check the bracket. It was Trauma and Started from CS. Started from CS made a huge comeback in their game and ended up winning that round over Trauma as well. So stranger things have certainly happened in the world of Valorant. And, you know, let's not count fish123 out right now. I do think that Prodigy have had the better game so far. They've played the map better. I think they've had, obviously, the better attack and defense side, as the score can tell. But fish123 certainly do have that mechanical capability to bring themselves back in. It does look like it's a bit of a slow look round A short right now for Prodigy. No major aggressive moves. They're just trying to take it as long as possible.
Exactly. Prodigy played so fast the last couple of rounds that after they lost, they're now pulling it back down, trying to get some info with the Owl drone coming on in here. But they're about to walk into 3 people here on the safe side.
Or are they?
Unless one rotates off.
To walk forward.
Wait a second.
Here we go. The ult comes out looking for one, but Daphne's going to take the kill, even though he was stunned up. And it's only 2 people remaining on the site. Smoke's coming down to try and defend. Ice Paper Hand's going to stare straight into that Viper Toxin. And here it comes the showstopper. Soulcat's going to take out King Mezzi. However, the rotation still hasn't quite come out yet. Shaco not able to hit the double bounce that perhaps he was looking for right there. Soulcat's taken out by Daphne on the site. Rotation's coming out. Now it's a 2v4 situation. 2v5, sorry. I must have got res right there. 1 down short. Scream will take it. And this is pretty much done, Ender.
Yep, the res came in just about immediately. It's 1v4 situation. You can't even get over to a friend. Just sort of stuck in here. Could use the res as bait. Potentially trade a kill here, but still has to walk into 4 with that bomb already way down. And he will fall in the end. Screamy picks up a 3-piece there to finish things off.
Well, they have it. Prodigy pretty easily slotting themselves into the grand final of the Fnatic Valorant Open right now. Again, with the pedigree of players that they have, I don't think we were expecting anything different. But there's your man, Shaiko, who had an absolutely